Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Hennington and welcome to HSC 6310. You have 3 books that you have to read during this 8-week course. You have your main textbook, The Lifespan Human Development for Helping Professionals, and you will get most of your information for your assignments from this textbook. You may have to do some outside searching and outside reaching for information. We also have 2 other books written by counseling professionals, and that is Raising Cain and then Another Country. I've done a little bit of reworking of the syllabus from the last semester because we had our book reflections so close together. I've spread those out a little bit in order to give you some extra time in there, a little breathing space. So your discussion, if you look at the syllabus, is worth 20% of your grade. A lot of the information from your textbook that I don't necessarily require in the assignments, I still want you to be reading, and I still want you to be adding that information and showing your mastery of that information in your discussions. I expect a lot from your first post. I really want a good explanation, and I want you to back it up with the information from your textbook as well as other reputable sites for counseling or human services, information about the topic at hand. And you really get your discussion points if you do those things. If the conversation or discussion seems a little dead, if you can reach out and try to get people talking about maybe some more controversial issues or just to further that discussion and make it more meaningful by asking some questions, I do give some extra points for that as well. But please do read the discussion rubric to see my expectations there. Some of you I've already had in class before, so you kind of know what I expect, and some of you have not. I would like you to discuss throughout the week. I don't want you to wait till Saturday to make your post, all of your posts. I want you to try to post your first one by Wednesday and then come back and respond to your classmates. That really makes this more of a learning experience when you can do that and hold conversations, because we're not in a classroom discussing. So it's really important to do that within these little discussion boards. Very important. So we have several assignments. I do an assignment a week. Some of them are going to take you much longer. Some of you are, it's not going to take you long at all. The expectations of this course, this 8-week course by the higher education boards, is that we will spend 120 hours on this content in order for you to master it. Now, where they came up with 120 hours, I'm not sure, but that is the expectation. So you have to expect to spend a lot of time, and I know many of you are working full-time, and many of you have families, and that's the tough part, is balancing your course content and really becoming a master in this field, and all of those extra things that you have going on. So try to manage your time wisely and don't wait till the last minute. Your first assignment, developmental theories, I'm expecting you to take these 3 researchers, these 3 theorists, main theorists, and to explain their theories within the template that I gave you. So I'm not expecting an outline. I'm expecting you to put the name of the stage in each space. I'm expecting you to explain it in your own words. I don't want to hear the textbook words. I want to hear your own words. I want to know that you understand what they're saying. The second assignment you have, teratogen training, this is going to take more time because this is an opportunity for you to practice those training skills. You're going to have to train individuals at some point, parents, your clients, your kids, whoever that you are working with, maybe your employees. You're going to have to do some training, and so you need to be able to pull together a good explanation of teratogens, and there are many teratogens. So I really want you to try to explain it as thoroughly as possible, but I don't want you to go over 20 to 30 slides. I also ask that you add interventions or resources, because it's important that you can go to the internet or go to journals and find interventions that will be helpful for your population in the future, and in this case, new parents. You're also going to include a script of your training, meaning I want to see PowerPoint 1, and then I want to hear what you're going to say. My name is, this is a training on, and this is what we're going to do today. I want that for each PowerPoint. Because if you're just writing or reading exactly what's on that PowerPoint, then you're probably not giving a very good training. Now, why would I ask for a script? Because things happen, and it's possible that you could get sick at the time of that training. And so someone else needs to be able to step in and do that. You don't want to cancel a training if you have something in place and people that need to come are there. Anger management, fertility. There are so many different options there. So it's important that you be able to pull that together in a very organized manner, and I'd like to see you do that with that. The next one is a case study of a preschooler. I want you to observe a preschooler. If you don't have access to a preschooler or a child, a young child, then I want you to maybe search the internet. People are always putting home videos on, and I want you to try to gain as much information on that child as you can. I want you to describe maybe the type of attachment that you see. I want to see the cognitive processes that they are developing, language development, social emotional development, and your textbook breaks these down into specific areas and skills in those early childhood sections. I want you to use that information. I don't want you using your intuition and your own authority. I want you to use reputable, research-based information, and then put your own observations with that. You've got to support whatever information that you are working on with documented, workable, realistic information. Does that make sense? I hope so. Cognition in middle childhood, you're working on 6 cognitive areas with memory and attention. On every paper that you are working on, I expect an introduction. I don't expect you just to list 6 cognitive areas. I want to know a little bit about what that means in this stage of life, and then I want you to explain those. So try to do that on each paper that you give me, and I think we'll be fine. Now, the book reflections, I'm just going to go ahead and skip down here. If you have questions on any other assignments, let me know, but I'm going to skip down to the book reflections. I have a specific rubric, and I have a specific way I want that done, and that's with a format is what it's called, presentation. And so I have an example of a book that we are not reading or no longer reading in this class, and so I want you to use that example to follow and create your own book reflection based on these other books that I've required. The information is so valuable, and the reflection just really increases your knowledge in that specific area. You know, if you're not working with early childhood, you at some point have contact with that age group. Or if you're not working with the geriatric population, you do have contact with that age group through the clients that you're working with. These clients have families of all ages. You're going to see, you know, young parents and raising small children, and can you help them with that? Or can you help grandparents understand, you know, the behaviors going on in their children or grandchildren? Or can you help young parents understand what's happening with their grandparents? These are all things that are tied and related to the information that you need to know just about human nature in general. the brain process, how it develops, what happens when something goes wrong. This makes individuals that you work with make so much more sense. Now, I have a mistake in my syllabus still. I'm going to get that corrected, but it says you have a final exam as a 2-page reflection. You will not have a final exam. The Another Country book reflection will just be our final paper. I really just want to focus on development from before birth to death. And so I really want you to get as much as you can from the textbook, from the videos that I've put on, from the other assignments or information that you're going to pull. I want you to take as much as you can to better understand people in general. All right, so good luck. And if you have any problems, feel free to text me. I have 2 small children, so it makes it very difficult to answer the phone. And so I can text much easier if we have some meltdowns at our house rather than calling me. But if you do need to call me, I am usually available from 9 to 12 in the morning, Monday through Thursday. And if we make an appointment, I can arrange for a time to be free in the evenings for you. So, welcome.